So I'm just here eating my breakfast in Bangkok, Thailand. About 3 kilos of long gong, langsat. Super delicious. And I want to talk about eating enough food on a raw vegan diet, because believe it or not, that's one of the main challenges people are having, often without knowing, in the beginning as they start out on this new lifestyle. I want to talk about why that is. On a conventional diet, everything we eat is very concentrated, right? Bread. How much water can you squeeze out of bread? If you put a slice of bread through the juicer, is there going to come any water out? No, it's very dry. Really, anything fried, anything cooked, unless it's boiled, loses water in the cooking process, so that concentrates it in terms of size. Fat, on a conventional diet, we tend to eat a lot of fat. High percentage of our diet often comes from fat, and fat has 9 calories per gram as opposed to carbohydrates, which has 4 calories per gram. So essentially you need to eat about twice the volume of carbohydrate to get enough calories for the meal as you would eating fat. Some people might think that's a bad thing. Oh, you have to eat so much. No, that means you will eat more, you will gain more nutrition, you have more, there's fiber, there's water, so you will actually become hydrated from your food, as opposed to being dehydrated from your food. When eating bread, the body has to use from its reserves of water to digest that bread. So you want your food to provide you with everything you need, and that includes water. So fruit has lots of water, obviously. Lots of water, lots of fiber. So that means when you're eating a fruit-based diet or a plant-based diet in general, even when you cook your food, it tends to there's more water content in fruits and vegetables. There's more fiber. So essentially what you got is a situation of less calories per bite kind of food, as opposed to the conventional diet, which has more calories per bite. So essentially you need to eat more to get the same amount of calories from your meal. And calories are just a way of measuring the energy in the food. So it's a practical way to learn how to eat enough in the beginning of your journey. And then you learn it, and it's pretty much instinctual. So eating 3 kilos like this might seem insane, right? But there's the husk, or not the husk, I guess, it's just called the skin. There's the skin, seed inside. So I'm probably just eating about 1.5 kilo or maybe 1.7 kilos or something in actual stomach volume. And that's still twice as much as most people. But your stomach stretches to accommodate your need very quickly, so no problem. In nature, animals are always eating, like our relatives or whatever, the chimpanzees and bonobos and orangutans. They're eating lots of leaves, lots of fruit, so they're eating large volumes. We humans, we've degraded from where we were once, and now we're just living on this small little packaged things so we're used to just like eating these small volumes. So getting used to larger volumes does take a little bit of practice. What I suggest you do is eat until you're full in terms of your stomach, and then just push it a little bit, just a little bit, and you do that every time until you kind of reach a point where you can eat enough in a meal to hold you to your next meal, which is usually like 3 or 4 hours, right? That's what I would suggest. And it's not the same as when you're eating, let's call it just an unhealthy conventional diet. I remember overeating or like pushing my limits in terms of what I could eat back then. did not feel good because it was too much in total calories, right? Too much dense foods. But fruit is so water rich, so much fiber, that if you're eating fruit and you're eating to your capacity and you're just pushing ever so slightly to train your stomach, no bad feelings involved at all. You're perfectly good. 10 minutes later you feel like you can go for a run. It's like, no problem, no problem. You want to be objective about how much you're eating, and calories is a good way to do that. Checking the calories in the food you're eating and making sure you eat enough, because you might be used to eating like a slice of bread with some cheese for breakfast, and that might just be the volume of, say, a handful of these, right? And then you're content, and then you had, say like a couple of slices of bread, and you had your 500-600 calorie breakfast or something like that, right? Well, to eat 500 or 600 calories of this, well, you need to eat about at least a kilo of actual flesh. So you can see how you need to eat more to have the same amount of energy from your food. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They eat the same amount of volume as they're used to on a conventional diet, and then they wonder why they're still hungry. And then they go hungry all day, and then they say, oh no, the fruit diet doesn't work, it just leaves me hungry all day, I have to eat all day, or something like that. And that's nonsense. You just have to realize that you have to eat more volume. Once you get over that, once you learn how to do that, it's so delicious. You can eat for a much longer time, enjoy your food. Way better. No prep time, all eating. On the conventional diet, so much prep time and so little eating. Eating is like done in 10 minutes. Prep time takes like 20 minutes. There's no prep time, and you can eat for like half an hour to an hour sometimes. If you like eating, that's nice. So, make sure you're eating enough food if you are trying out the raw vegan diet or fruit-based diet. Make sure you're eating enough food. Without enough food, you're not going to function. No one functions without enough food. It's essential. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Have a nice day.